My top 10 spring fragrance from affordable to very luxe fragrance, so you have a recommendation for every budget today. This is Clémence, I talk about fragrance, let's go. Sensual Vanilla by Zara. I'm actually surprised to put a vanilla fragrance in this top list right now, but I felt it was a bit necessary because I'm wearing that a lot, surprisingly. So it's a vanilla fragrance that smells not sweet, but sugary to me. And there's a huge difference in that because it nearly feels like crystallized, dry sugar drops that you put on a vanilla fragrance. Flowers, I can't describe the flowers, just a bit of flowers in the backdrop, and obviously vanilla. It's a really good vanilla for the price. £15 I think I paid this bottle, and I'm really happy about this. I should have taken the big one, to be honest, at this point, but I don't know, I wanted to try. So I put it on top of like all vanilla fragrance that I feel needs a bit of strength, or I put it on top of floral fragrance that needs a little bit of a warmth, gourmand backbone, just to give it a little bit of a sexy note, you know, and I really like that. Well, I don't really like to support Zara because I think the ethic is a bit shady. Yeah, they do nice fragrance sometimes, so yeah, Sensual Vanilla, Zara, great one. Green Extravaganza Flankers of the Born in Roma from Valentino collection. I love Valentino fragrance. I usually have a big soft spot for the fragrance. I don't know why. I find them romantic, easy to wear. I like them. Donna, the Yomo version, which is masculine, feminine. Voila, let's talk about the feminine one. The projection on this fragrance are no, pourquoi? I don't like this lightning at all. Keep calm, Clémence, and drink tea. Talking about tea fragrances, so Valentino, Donna, Born in Roma, Green Extravaganza. Really? Can I do like a short name next time? Lapsang tea, so it smells like a tea fragrance, green, a bit aromatic. It's very pleasant to smell. You have a bit of jasmine, no vanilla, you know, like the jasmine. It's just flowers because it smells a bit synthetic, you know, so whatever. But you have a little bit of flowers. What I like with this is like, I always feel like a tea fragrance is the best for this season because it really gives something laid back, chic, casual, but at the same time very classy. So, you know, my resolution of this month is to go to an open space to edit my video, to work. Because I need to be social and I cannot always stay in my studio like an hermit. And I think this is a perfect fragrance for office and when you have people around. This is a moderate, very medium longevity to me. 4 hours, it's not great. It could be better. But I really like the smell and sometimes you don't need more. I feel it's like a very nice, pleasant and clean scent. So I do like that very much. Actually, it's one of my favorite from the line. And you have the Yomo version, so the masculine one. Very interesting fragrance because it has note that you cannot see everywhere in the designer range for men. It opens into a very coffee note and it's a really dark coffee mixed with aromatic smell. Aromatic, fresh, invigorating, the generic masculine smell that you can smell everywhere, a bit like soapy, shower gel vibe, masculine, you know. But I really like that they had like coffee note. I think it's a bit sexy but fresh and I do really like that. I think it's just easy to wear, moderate sillage away as well, moderate production. Really nice for everyday basis. You don't want to go through something complicated, but somewhat you want to smell kind of unique. I think this is great. Voila. New love from this household that is Edwin and Me household. We do love Eau Féminin from MICALLEF. And by the way, this is not a placement of an advertising. But I do have a discount code with MICALLEF, which is annual, so you can use it on all year long. It's Clemence10, and with this discount code, you can get 10% off. I put everything, all of my discount code are in the description box for you. I'm actually so pleasantly surprised with that fragrance. I love it, and my boyfriend loves it, and to be fair, it really smells really more feminine in my nose, but I don't know why he loves it. And yesterday he sent me that text that he said, that MICALLEF, I put the text here because it's not a joke actually, he said so many compliments, so got complimented as a guy, just to let you know. This is a heavy citrus, neroli orange blossom smell. Imagine orange, mandarin, that kind of smell with super warm and comforting white flowers. It only smells that. Super projecting, extreme longevity. For a citrus floral, I think is my most projecting one. No brainer. It has an aura that is incredible. The sillage when you're walking, when you put it on, I love it. Personally, because I find neroli and orange blossom very comforting. I wore it a lot to go to bed and on a daily basis. We already used a lot compared to it was full at the beginning. I can only hear good reviews about that fragrance, and I can only understand it's an amazing signature scent. Honestly, big time. Next one is Jardin de Misva by NUIT NOMADE. This is a little bit more feminine as well because it's a heavy, sweet, rosy fragrance. What I like with this is that it smells a bit like a Turkish delight because you smell an opening that smells like cardamom, and then after the rosy, sweet lucum, this texture that feels a bit gooey. Me, I can really smell that in that little bit texture that I really like. This smells also very almondy, and you can smell a very unusual fruit, which is dates. And dates give something nearly boozy to the fragrance, nearly sticky. It's very heady to me. I love it. I think it stays beautifully on the skin. It's a very unusual rose fragrances, and it's so great. This almond dates note is so good. And you know what, last time when I've been to Marrakesh, this is exactly the type of smell I could smell everywhere. In the tea, in the food, 10 out of 10. And I will do a review on NUIT NOMADE soon. I said I will do it earlier than that, but I was a little bit depressed. So I will do it soon. Is Bohemian. Did I talk about Bohemian tea just now or what? Bohemian tea is an affordable niche fragrance, and that is great to see. Majority fragrance, all of the fragrances are super affordable, and you get a great price for its value. If you want to learn more about the brand, I did a full review brand on Majority Fragrances. I put it in the description for you. I love this brand since many years, since the beginning of my channel. Bohemian tea is one of the most recent release. It smells like a woody tea fragrance, so very unisex. And what is interesting is got orris note. Orris is the iris roots, and you crush it to make it a powder, and then you extract whatever you need to extract to put in that fragrance. And that's why it smells very powdery, because it's like a powder. Really, you crush the root. Moderate sillage, moderate longevity, but how classy is that scent? I love any tea fragrance for spring. I think it's so chic that I cannot stop raving about, and I think you need a fragrance that is clean. I want an office scent. I want a professional scent, and I can only think about BDK 312 Saint-Honoré, 312 Saint-Honoré if we do the French way, because why not, it's French. Pink pepper smell. When you spray the fragrance for the first time, pink pepper in your face. Vibrant pepper note. And what is interesting with pink pepper is that it gives a savory smell, but also something really uplifting, nearly fizzy to the scent. And that is great. After it's iris that smell powdery, violet-like, if you may, but in this fragrance, not at all giving a gender. It's very clean, and you have white musk, like a white shirt, exactly like that. You get it out of the washing machine. It's projecting big time because they added that molecule in the dry down that is ambroxan, ambrostar, so no problem with the longevity. It's actually a killer. I never smelled a clean fragrance that is smelling that long for such a long time. And you know, when I wear that, my boyfriend always says, oh, you smell like a Parisian. To Sora DORA Malo. I'm so glad I had this one in my collection. Everyone keeps raving about that fragrance. You know, I did this kind of interview and everyone was talking about Sora DORA. Men's loves it, and I'm actually surprised because on my nose it really smells a bit more feminine. And do you know why? Because it smells like violet, and violet gives me a bit that smell of you know, vintage lipstick. It smells like that. Or you know that little violet bonbon smells like that. And they blended it at the beginning with some raspberry notes that are very strong. It's nearly like a raspberry juice, raspberry liquor, raspberry syrup. It has that texture that is very like marshmallowy like. You know, it's so comforting, so enveloping. Surprisingly, with the time, I find it that it smells a little bit more plasticky. I don't understand, my favorite fragrance smell a bit plasticky, like Gozo Jeroboam. I don't understand. I actually never smelled something like this before, but so appealing. You know, it's that kind of smell, you smell it once and you want to smell it more. So intoxicating. I really like that. I think it's one of my best discovery, and they are from Nantes, which is very close to Brittany, which used to be the capital of Brittany, where I'm from. So very proud to see these fragrances, and look at this bottle. I mean, the bottle is so cute. One of my top of all time spring fragrance, simply because you go back to spring list I gave before, I'm sure you're gonna find it again and again. This is gonna be my most worn scent for spring, 100%. A Midsummer Dream by Roja. It's really expensive. Yes, absolutely yes. A bit like Sora DORA, I think that it's expensive. But oh my god, how much is it worth it? It's worth every penny. It's a green fragrance, very aromatic and resinous. And that is really surprising. When you smell a green fragrance, you're not expecting to smell some resins. But you have LME, benzoin, and benzoin of these cold resins that you can add, for example, in Oriental inspired perfumes. But this doesn't feel Oriental inspired. This is really feel like, you know, like this chic, elegant, fresh kind of scent. You know, when I think about that, I think about Perseus from Parfum de Marly, I think about Terre d'Hermès, but this feels a bit more mossy, more green, more aromatic, and you have more grapefruit that gives a juicy opening that is very uplifting. It's so classy. It's more targeted to men because you have more resinous and green tone, but I feel on me, this is the epitome of elegance. I really feel that for me, the most elegant fragrance are the not shouting one, not sweet. You go for some green, you go for some freshness, and this is perfect. This smells like a Longchamp handbag to me. Voila. I feel confident with that fragrance, and it's so long lasting. It's a killer. It's a spring masterpiece. I am editing this video and I realized that I forgot to put one perfume. The girl cannot count, okay? Okay, I need to make it up to you. And I was like, why don't I show you one of my most well-kept secrets? And this is some fragrance that I keep on my bedside table. Coco Mademoiselle, the bedside one, really nice. Gardenia Granado, fresh flowers. And this is the one I wanted to show you. This is Cosmos Sacred Mist. So you can see I've used actually a lot of it, which is very rare when I use that much of a fragrance. By Kate Moss. Kate Moss has this brand, and this fragrance is like a holistic fragrance. When I smell that, I think about yoga. I think about wellness. Floral scent, so mainly geranium. And it smells really green. Green florals, a little bit of a tonka bean dry down that is warm, but it's mainly like a narcotic florals. For example, if you like number 19 from Chanel, if you like The Revenge of Lady Blanche, this is green, mossy, and I love it. Mysterious. It's one of the most beautiful fragrances I have, and I never talked about it. I always thought like, okay, I'm gonna keep that for myself. But there you go. I cannot count, so you have it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Tell me what are your best spring scents, and if you stayed until the end of the video, you can type in the description, comment the word I'm thinking greenhouse. Okay, so we'll see that you stayed until the end of the video, and it means so much to me. And also I can see finally who is watching my video or not. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It makes us very happy. It's been a long time I didn't show you my bunny Merlin. Love you. Okay, bye bye now. Have a lovely day.
Send in your application. Get to know your short-term friend.
Je t'emmène dans mon paradis bleu.